to set up a joint committee to unlock the non-tariff barriers which are hindering trade between our two nations. We had very strict instructions from our two presidents to do everything possible to look at the issues of logistics, to the issues of delays in our borders, and Kenya is actually taking the first step by establishing the first two bordered custom warehouses, one in Johannesburg and one in Pretoria, to support our SMEs so that they can be able to access the markets in a similar footing as our more established counterparts from South Africa. The Kenya and South Africa will work together to build a consensus among African countries around the issue of the renewal of the AGOA, the Africa Growth and Opportunity Act, with the US, and also the Strategic Trade and Investment Partnership. And we have agreed that ahead of the US-Africa Summit that is going to take place next month in Washington, D.C., we are going to rally together the other African countries that are going to persuade our colleagues within the US administration, within the Congress, that extension of AGOA beyond 2025 is an issue of absolute necessity. The SCFTA conversation is not going to be a dialogue among governments only. The private sector voice must be on the table. In this regard, Kenya is proud to announce that in partnership with Standard Bank of South Africa, who are here today, we will host the first ever Africa Private Sector Alliance Conference in Nairobi in the first quarter of 2023 that will bring together Africa's top 50 companies in support of the ACFTA. So this is not going to be only a discussion among governments. We are working together to bring in a private sector, our big companies that have got the biggest influence within Africa, because ACFTA is not for the benefit of government. ACFTA has got its owners, and its owners are the private sector within the continent. Your Excellencies, I'm a very proud person, and I'm a very happy person today. 8 days ago, on my second day of work, I woke up in Pretoria to meet my counterpart, Minister Patel. Today, you've made us proud. The bold and brave decision that you've taken on the issue of visas for Kenyans in South Africa to South Africa can only be taken by brave men. And on behalf of our governments, our people, and our business community, I want to congratulate you, because surely fortune favors the bold. I think so we can say now, without fear of contradiction, that everyone who is in this room today can travel to South Africa on an ordinary passport without a visa, just as those who came to join us from South Africa came without a requirement for a visa. So thank you, Your Excellency, because you've made us equal and proud, and we are going to walk this journey together to actually be the leaders in the rest of the continent. Coupled with trade, we are now determined more than ever before to deepen our investment partnership by our two nations. And in this regard, we welcome our South African investors and counterparts to our PPP and Special Economic Zones investment conference, again, that will take place in the first quarter of next year, so that you can be able to showcase to interested investors like the likes of Transnet and Standard Bank of South Africa the many opportunities that exist within our PPP and our Special Economic Zone. To drive forward this economy going forward, Kenya has taken a deliberate decision that will partner with the private sector to free up the many opportunities that do exist. The role of financial services and telecoms in fostering the free trade area in Africa is pivotal. And Kenya welcomes South Africa financial institutions to set base in our Nairobi International Financial Center that will kick off shortly, and further welcome you to join our telcos in the setup of our joint smartphone project, which is undertaken by Kenya Telcos. And we have extended this invitation to South African telcos like MTN and Vodacom, so that we can continue mobile integration so that these a very important element of fueling trade. And as we do so, we must also look at the issue of interoperability of our mobile money, because Kenya is a market leader using our M-Pesa. I look forward to going to South Africa and on an MTN, on a Vodacom network, being able to access money from my M-Pesa balance as a way of fueling Africa trade. Your Excellencies, the future of our continent lies in free flow of trade and investment. Kenya and South Africa have a cardinal role to play in this regard. We are the firstborns of free trade in Africa, and that comes with extra responsibility. We are equal to the task, and we are committed to this. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And now it is my distinguished pleasure to ask that we may be upstanding as I welcome the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency William Ruto, to make his remarks and invite his guest, President Ruto and Ramaphosa. Thank you very much.
Please, let's take our seats. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, President Cyril Ramaphosa of the Great Republic of South Africa,